In this lesson, we will discuss modular programming using subprocedures. As your programs become longer and more complicated, often you'll find it useful to break them up into smaller, more manageable chunks. This approach to computer programming is called modular programming. Some of the benefits of making your programs modular are your code will be more organized and it will be easier for others to understand your code. Textbook authors organize material into chapters for the exact same reason. Modular programming allows multiple people to work on the same program at the same time in parallel. Each person can develop a different procedure which will all be combined together later in a larger program. It's easier to find mistakes and errors in a program that separates tasks into different procedures. In many programs, you will need to execute the exact same set of commands multiple times. With modular programming, you only need to write those set of commands once in a single procedure, and this can shorten your code significantly. If you write all your programs in a modular fashion, it will be easy to later reuse procedures in other programs you develop at a later time. There are two types of procedures in VBA: subprocedures, which are sometimes called macros, and function procedures. This lesson will focus on subprocedures. The general syntax for a subprocedure is the following. A subprocedure begins with sub, then the name of the subprocedure, and parentheses. Arguments may be placed inside these parentheses. A subprocedure ends with the end sub statement. Inside the subprocedure, we can place statements that do various tasks such as perform calculations, obtain input, display output, or even invoke additional procedures. We also have the option of using the exit sub statement. The exit sub statement terminates the subprocedure early, and any statements after exit sub will not be executed. All items with an asterisk technically are optional but are often used. So far in these lessons, we have only created subprocedures that contain 0 arguments and did not use the exit sub statement. Subprocedures may be invoked or called within other procedures using the call statement. You call a subprocedure by typing call, the name of the subprocedure you wish to call, and parentheses, and optional arguments may be placed inside these parentheses. Whenever a subprocedure is called within a program, the program will halt and wait for the subprocedure to finish before continuing on. Subprocedures communicate to one another through the argument list. Many programmers like to describe this communication as information being passed between subprocedures. There are a few rules about arguments. The total number of arguments in the calling statement argument list and in the subprocedure argument list must be the same. If there are 10 arguments in the calling statement list, there must be 10 arguments in the subprocedure list. Each argument in the calling statement list is associated with the corresponding argument in the subprocedure list. The first argument in the calling statement list is linked with the first argument in the subprocedure list. The second argument in the calling statement list is linked with the second argument in the subprocedure list, and so on. Any changes made to the arguments in the subprocedure will be passed back up to the arguments in the calling program when the subprocedure has completed. The argument names in the calling statement list and the argument names in the subprocedure list may be different. Finally, arguments in the subprocedure list are automatically declared in the subprocedure and given the same data type as the corresponding argument in the calling statement list. For example, the second argument in the subprocedure argument list is automatically given the same data type as the second argument in the calling statement list. If you wish to use variables in the subprocedure that are not in the argument list, you must declare them inside the subprocedure.